Greetings, Inquisitors. Welcome to the Holocron. This is the week 158 update for the Darth Loquitur account. I go through this account's progress every week, all the character ships, upgrades, Datacrons, everything we're doing in the account so that y'all can follow along. Please remember, as we get started, follow this diagram behind me. Use your like saber. Get rid of that like button. Certainly would appreciate if you could do that for me. All right, let's see what happened in the account in week 158. So first things first, we've got a Galactic Legend that's ready to go on relics. So here we go. JML at gear 13. We take him up a couple relic levels, and then we will pretty quickly run out of bronzium wiring, as always. We'll go into the scavenger, and we'll make as much of this stuff as we can from what we've got. Ends up being about 188, I think. Yeah, so we make 188 of these bronzium wirings. That's a pretty good chunk. We'll go back. We'll use that up here on Jedi Master Luke, Relic 5. 6, 7. This sacred text is going through the roof. We're going to take it to 8. Of course we are. Let's go. And then because JML has certain skills and characteristics that benefit more from Relic 9 than most other characters, we are going to take this character all the way to Relic 9. So there we go. Maximizing our defensive stats, protection, health, all of that. Okay, then we got Bindo. We also have him in a position to relic. That's nice. So we'll be able to take him up a few relic levels here. Again, we don't have that much bronzium wiring, so as you can see, by the time we get him to relic 3, we're all done. So that's as much as we could do for the Bindo. But that helps with Datacron use, so we're glad that we got him at least to Relic 3. All right, SLKR unlock is complete. The conclusions on that really are, I could not complete the missions without the Hux Zeta, so we really did have to put that Zeta on Hux. And once I put the Zeta on Hux, I did a few experiments with it, and I was able to complete the level 1 and level 2 missions, even with pretty mediocre mods. So that Zeta on Hux is important. Getting Hux fast enough is helpful. So you need at least one fast mod set on Hux. But other than that, it wasn't too bad to complete with characters, even with pretty bad mods. So that's some advice for people for unlocking SLKR. You do need as fast a Hux as you can get, and you do need the Zeta on him. And beyond that, you can get away with some pretty mediocre stuff if you do the right things. Jedi Master Luke, we're going through, we're modding him. I did a speed and a defense set, and I got these stats with 136,000 protection, good health, good speed, 93% potency. I really wanted to try to get a potency set on this character. I did want something with protection main stats, but potency set. So I go back through and I just scrap everything and start over, and I'm looking for a better set here, anything, and I keep coming back to a couple of these mods with the defense sets that really are the better mods that I have. Here we are looking for more potency stuff, and in the end I just can't find what I need in a potency set, so I revert to changes. We're up to 147,000 protection now. I did put a protection main stat arrow on with a good chunk of speed and decent potency. We ended up at 99.73% potency without a potency set, so that's okay-ish. But we did optimize our speed and our protection. So we've got a pretty fast JML, pretty good protection, and not too bad in the potency department. Get those skills to stick and stack and put debuffs on our enemies. All right, going through the mod work for the week. We got a bunch of gray mods here that we're going to try to hit. A bunch of gray mods where we're going to miss. Here's a protection arrow. Doesn't quite work out like we want it to. Here's a square, then a diamond, then another diamond that's not going to work out. Got a circle here. We miss speed. Got a triangle here. We hit 8 speed. And I don't know, it's crit damage, so we try again. We miss again, so that's a no-go. Here we've got a protection main stat. Cross didn't work out. Here we've got one last triangle that we're going to try, and then these other two mods aren't that great. I'm uninspired, so I sell them off. Work on the rest. And with the acquisition of a bunch of slicing materials throughout the week, I'm getting less mods than normal into the account, so a little less work here than prior weeks. All right, then we'll go into the Datacrons stuff. We get accuracy here, health. We unlock the level 3 stats. We get more accuracy, and we're going to stop right there. The rolling accuracy on that next tier just is a killer for me. I don't even want to work on that anymore. Here we get some of everything: health, protection, crit damage. So we made another decent Datacron. We got the Radis up to 5 stars now. That last event, we got it going. And unfortunately, we're not in a great position to work on Ray right now. We don't have any Zetas on our Jedi training Ray at all. And we're out of Zetas from the SLKR build. So we're kind of in a little bit of a conundrum. While we can work on Ray, it'll be pretty rough. I've got 0 out of 144. I did work, take a couple levels up in the JML alt sequence. So I've been using my light side currency to unlock the alt for JML. So it just means that I didn't have, stuff in the bank to work on. Anyway, coming up in the next few weeks, we'll have Ray as an opportunity, and I'll be able to potentially throw away a few for science. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay, week 158. The account status, 8.14 million galactic power. We added 60,000 again. That's a couple weeks in a row that we've added 60K. 124 relics now. We added 2 of those. 109 Zetas. We added 5 of those this week. Omicron's 12. Squad Arena JMK still in the top 20. We're going to drop that Squad Arena rating, though, because I want to practice with my JML team, so we won't be up in the top 20 anymore. Profundity in the top 5. GAC is Kyber 3. And then we're going to target relicking SLKR 2 weeks from now and give ourselves time to build up some Kairos. Bronzium wiring, we made 188, gained 20 from events for 208 total for the week. We used up 300 of them, so we're down to a bank of 14 remaining, almost nothing, so stripped them all away. Easy come, easy go. All right, energy, we're farming Rex, Sabine, Zori, and B28. Fleet, we're doing Scout and Marin. In Cantina, we're doing signal data, Drogon when we can. Then we'll continue to do slicing 4 days a week and mods 3 days a week. And the refresh strategy is still going to be the same, 3 everything across the board. The current planning for relic stuff is just that SLKR. We got the Ray in the works. And then we've got a ton of stuff. We've just got a ton of stuff to work on. We want to do the Leia journey. We've got Afra that's really close. We want to do some more raid troopers. Daka is relic 0. We might want to take her up to higher relics. We got the whole Darth Revan, Malgus, all that stuff. So we've got tons of projects to work on. The JML setup. So I took him to relic 9 to max out his protection and his durability. I really tried to get a speed potency set on him, but it just wasn't in the cards. So in the end, I took a defense set and got the best potency substats I could across those mods. So 100 potency. Wish it was higher, but it's an okay starting point for where we're at. We'll continue to try to get better mods for him in the future. I also have I have to do the best I can with a team for JML. So my current JML setup is going to be Luke, Bindo, Grandmaster Yoda, Shakti, and Ayla. And the moral of the story is I just got a lot of teams that are using my Jedi currently, and I can't overlap with any of that stuff. So Gas, of course, is taken up with the 501st. We're going to stick him with the clones. We have relic clones, so there's no reason not to put Gas in his own team as a lead. Then we've got this Jedi Knight Revan team with Jedi Knight Luke that we use to kill SLKRs. That's got 5 Jedi in it. We've got the Galactic Republic Jedi, of course, with Jedi Master Kenobi. That's not going to change. We'll keep that team together. And then we've got Jedi Knight Anakin assigned to the Qui-Gon Jinn team. And by the time we get down there, we've got a bunch of leftover lower gear garbage, including Kiadi Mundi. who maybe will be forever unfinished at 5 stars for this account, but never did get him done. So yeah, we got interesting setup here. All right, so we will we'll end up dropping a bit of the squad ranking. I got to get down to some teams with Ray or Ray and Ben, and practice with my JML team. It may be good enough someday to take out a Jedi Master Kenobi on defense, but for right now, I'm just targeting trying to get this team with the characters that we've got on it so that we can kill Rays and Bens. So we'll drop down, we'll find some Rays lower down in the squad arena and see if we can practice that up for Grand Arena. Even if not, JML should be able to take out some other tough teams, Malgus or something like that if I need to. And I do plan to keep it on offense. We don't really have a very good defensive setup for that team, and there's other characters that I don't want to commit to a defensive setup, so that's how we'll use it. SLKR is unlocked. We put 5 Zetas on him, and it may take a few weeks to get enough Cairo to relic him, so I'm going to go ahead and give myself 2 weeks. Again, I'm just not going to force it. I'm going to acquire this gear in the best way possible. We're going to farm Cairo shock prods off the light side. We're going to buy the computers out of the shop. And if we don't get enough in time for the relic next week, then we'll just we'll take it the week after. It's okay. Once again, I didn't relic the basic on SLKR. I may in the future, but for now I only had 5 Zetas, so that's how many I put on. And of course, the raid journey is ready to go. I didn't really cast my mind forward far enough on the Zeta issue. So that where I'm at right now, I've got Rey ready to unlock, but my Jedi training Rey doesn't have any Zetas. And even if I got Rey, I don't have any Zetas for her. So for the purpose of science, what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect up light side tickets, and I'm willing to throw some of them away on this event. So I'm going to try a few times and see if with good mods or a different team composition, or if there's some way that I can get through these events with minimizing the amount of Zetas that I have to put on the actual Resistance team themselves, then I think that's what I want to do. And then if I do have to commit Zetas to the Jedi Training Rey, I'll do that more slowly over time and see which thing is going to be the key to unlocking that. And speaking of Zetas, there's all the normal ways we acquire Zetas, right? We qualify for events, we get them for purchases from the fleet store. But there is one more place where they're available, not really at a good price, but in the guild store you can buy them for the, I put down get 3, but that's not right. It's the Mark 3 raid tokens from the guild store. So buying them for Mark 3 raid tokens out of the guild store is not really a good value at all, but it's one of the few other places where you can routinely pick up Zeta materials somewhere without having to spend crystals. So over the course of the next few weeks, each time we do a raid with the guild and get our payout, we're getting the box that has 1450. I typed get 3 in there again. It's the Mark 3 raid tokens. So we get 1450 Mark 3 raid tokens every 3 days, and I'm gonna just use 1150 or 1125, whatever that cost is, and buy 1 Zeta material each time we do a raid, and see how that feels. And if after a few weeks, I'll have an idea of whether or not those Zeta materials feel like they're making a difference and whether it's worth it, or whether I should skip that and not do it anymore. So anyway, that's going to wrap up the discussion and the update for this week. Thank you all for coming out. Please remember, like if you haven't done that already, hit the subscribe button if you want to watch more stuff like this in the future. Notification bell will tell you when I'm doing my live streams for GACs and account building and stuff. And of course, join us over on the Discord. The link is in the description of the Holocron down below. You can click on that. We've got a fantastic Discord community from new players, from mid-game players. A lot of experienced people willing to give advice, a lot of new players asking questions. So even if you're not that talkative, you can just hang out, learn a lot. Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next Holocron.